So, for my video today, I want to turn on the old Sega Saturn because I want to play Daytona USA CE, which is the Japanese re-release of Daytona USA, which is like really cool because it keeps a lot of the music from Daytona USA in America, adds a bunch of tracks and cars and stuff. It controls a little bit differently than standard Daytona. I'm actually like not confident in it yet, but I really like me some Daytona. I'm trying to get good at it with Saturn, because I used to play it in arcades. But I'm trying to get good at the Saturn version. But yeah, this is CE. There was CCE, which came out in America. There's like three of them. There's Daytona USA, there's Daytona CE, which we're playing, and then American CCE, which handles a little bit differently as well, but doesn't have like the original soundtrack. So, I've just been kind of messing around with this one. Not a ton, though. Like, I'm still not great at this. I'm gonna be, who do I want to be here? You know what, let's do Magic. I'm sounding, like, pretty fancy with Magic right now. I kind of want this. But, yeah. I forget what I was talking about. Yeah, the CCE in America, which has a lot of the stuff, but it's not as refined as this one, to my understanding. I've been researching them. I still gotta play American CCE to, like, really see for sure. But, everything that I've read and has been told to me that this is, like, the definitive Saturn Daytona, basically. If you're not familiar with Daytona USA, it's a racing game. It's a checkpoint racing game with laps as well. And that's it. Have you already watched 3 seconds? Then you know exactly what's going on with this game. It's pretty fun. I like it a lot. Like, it's definitely aged. 100% this game is aged. But I find it to be quite a good time. The thing that oof, this controls really weird, though. This version controls really weird. The thing that's weird, though, is I am using the standard Saturn controller, and I've been told that if I buy a 3D controller, this game is infinitely more playable. So I'm kind of looking into getting a 3D controller, which was basically the analog stick controller for Saturn. Those that aren't like super familiar with Saturn stuff. Came with Nights into Dreams, and a few games take good advantage of that analog stick. And this is supposed to be one of them. But yeah, wow, okay, this game's really odd, control-wise. I can see why people say the controls in this one are very, very off-putting. Because there is a big, like, almost like a delay when you try and turn that you gotta kind of like adjust for. It's like I hit left, but like I don't go left for a couple of frames. So it feels very off, yet the turning itself is like super tight. That's odd. It's not bad, it's just odd. Like, it doesn't feel like as responsive as it probably should. Compared to normal Daytona USA, which I was playing really recently, this feels very loosey-goosey. In fact, I kind of want to pop in the original Daytona USA. And just kind of compare it, like, back to back. Ooh, that's kind of a hit. That was a thing. Ooh. Wow, that hurt. But yeah, so far so good with this game. Just gotta kind of, like, get used to its quirks, you know? I'm nice and competitive, though, I think. Slightly. Man, there's really, like, not, like, a ton of, like, racing games on Saturn that, I really want to play. Like, I've already done Sega Rally. Obviously, I'm checking out Daytona now. There's, Manx. TT, I think it's called Superbike, which is, like, a bike racing game, which I kind of want to check out, too. And then beyond that, there's, like, a Sega Touring Rally, I want to say it's called. So I kind of, like, am interested in checking that game out. I lose, right? I'll take 9th place? Yeah.
You placed 9th.
I don't know. There's only, like, a couple of racing games, like, on, Saturn that I really want to play. There's, like, a kart racer called, like, Street Racer that looks pretty cool. There is the, Initial D game, which looks alright. But to me, it kind of looks like Saturn's really low on racing games, but like the few that are like really good are like really, really good. That's kind of like the impression I get. Let's try this track again, same car. Now that I kind of got a feel for it.
Gentlemen, start your...
So this commentary's been kind of like all over the place. So again, in recap, there's 3 versions of Daytona. You have Daytona USA, you have Daytona USA CE, and Daytona USA CCE. All are pretty different in terms of controls. This one and Daytona USA are very similar in terms of sound. This one has more content, but weird controls. CCE has a lot of the same content as this one, but even more different controls and worse soundtrack, apparently. Saturn racing games are weird, and there's not a ton of them, but the ones that are good are really good. And I wish I had a 3D controller. There we go. I have covered everything in the first 5 minutes in a more cohesive way. Beautiful. Now I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. Yeah, like, you kind of get, like, a random, like, drift in this a little bit. It's freaking difficult to control that, like, when I start kind of, like, sliding out. But I'm getting better. Slowly but surely, I'm getting better at it. Kind of like letting off the gas, like, really helps you get, like, a lot more grip. Like, a lot more grip. Which I can deal with. I'm maintaining pretty well here. Even though I just slid... I can't... Okay, I actually somehow got control back there. I thought for sure I was not going to get control back. Okay. I'm going, like, slightly focused here. I like how this car controls, though, for what it is. It's better than the other cars I was testing off video. So it's got that going for it. Okay. Two more laps after this. I still got, like, a good time to go. Because if I'm starting laps, like, with 38 seconds left, that means I can easily finish a lap. So yeah, so far so good. I should be able to finish these 2 laps easily unless I skid out. So I should be good now. Also, I love, like, how the level of detail in this game works, like how bad stuff looks in the distance. Because 3D stuff on Saturn tends to have, like, a ton of pop-in. As is very obvious here. Like, I love, like, seeing, like, the low-level detail models, like, in the background that barely, like, even resemble cars. They look like just kind of, like, basic, you know, colored squares. I can dig that. There's, like, a charm to that. I can feel that. Cool. Not quite first place, but I'm cool with that. I'll take 5th.
Place 5th.
Try a different track, why not? And, like, a different car as well. I kind of want to try a car with, like, a lot of grip.
Now list your name with the other champion.
Okay, I'll list my name. There we go. Beautiful. No replay. I don't need no replay. I'm good. We good. Man, this game's actually kind of satisfying. It's just an awkward playing game, though. I think compared to, like, what I'm, like, really used to. No, we'll do Dinosaur Canyon, but I want, like, good grip. Oh. Wolf just seems like what I want. Low speed, but a lot of grip and good acceleration.
Gentlemen,
I'll take that.
start your...
Like, I don't know if I'll be able to stay competitive with, like, 1-star speed, but we'll try it. I don't oppose. Let's see how the streets make.
And they're underway.
Okay. Yeah, this course is a lot bigger. Only 4 laps, too. Alright. Oh yeah, wow. Okay, this attaches to the road a lot better. Oof. It also attaches to the walls really good. And I got to do like a double barrel roll. That's amazing. What a vehicle. Kinda want to use my brakes eventually though, I think. I'm thinking the brakes will really come in handy eventually. So I think I'll do that after this next turn here. Still didn't brake enough. Okay. I got this. Not a great lap there, though. That was really bad. Like, I attached well, like, on this first, like, turn here. Like, this is fine. Okay, I made the same mistake lap 1. Okay, so I gotta keep that in mind. Okay, I know this turn I can really screw up. Okay. Wow, I really suck at this. Like, I'm really bad at this. My god, alright. I'm, like, destined for 15th place. Oh, even the audio on my Saturn keeps going out. Had to jiggle around the cord a bit. I probably gotta, like, resolder, like, a piece, like, my, my Saturn's, like, video output, port. Without a soldering iron or, like, experiencing that, good luck to me. Although, to be honest, I kinda want to buy a Saturn Model 1, like, really soon. Like, I like my Model 2 here, but I think I want the Model 1 more than the Model 2. Just, like, from a pure aesthetic point, so if I could ever afford that at some point soon, I might just kind of buy that. And leave the Saturn as, like, a backup. Like, doing that's, like, a complete waste of money, mind you, but, look, man. I want those oval buttons. I just can't get a good turn going. Like, I attached to the course so well. And then, like, it went to hell so fast. Okay. What do I want to do? I said I was going to do this at the start of the video. I kind of want to, like, test this out. In comparison to, the original Daytona USA release really quick. So I'm going to do that. We're going to do, like, a double Daytona feature. Because I want to compare and contrast the controls. Because something's really off with those controls. Let me see if I can find my Daytona really quick. Let's see, I was gonna go grab my discs. Let's see. Ugh. I have too many. Found the Wipeout. There's my Daytona. That was quick. I'm impressed with myself finding that fast. Okay, cool. Let's see if normal Daytona USA goes any better. Okay. To arcade mode. I know there's less content in this. Yeah, there's only 3 tracks here compared to the 6 in the other one. I'm just gonna try this. How many cars do I have? 2. Way less cars. Okay. Yes, this version has way less content compared to the other one, because there were like, what, like 6 or 7 cars, and like 6 tracks compared to 3 tracks and 2 cars. And even the cars were just, what, 1 automatic, 1 manual? Even, oh wow, even graphically this is way worse. Just playing them back to back, it's so immediately obvious. Oh, even the controls are different. I was like, why am I not, like, moving? That makes a lot more sense now. Okay. Yeah, the pop-in's way more fierce here. Wow, the difference between the two versions are super different. Holy crap. Alright, so okay, so the turning's way quicker on this one. Way quick, way more responsive. But it also feels a lot more loosey-goosey. Like, it feels like if I just tap the D-pad, I go flying. Like, it feels way less precise here. Okay. I'm actually shocked at how different this is. Like, I actually didn't think it would be that different. Even though I was just playing this, like, last week, I didn't remember this being, like, so lacking in content. Like, even look at the screen formatting. Like, it's, like, an even tinier box. Like, the resolution's smaller for this one. That's just weird, man. Okay. Although I can't tell if I do better on this one or the other one, because I'm getting like 19-second laps on this one, and I think I was getting 19-second laps on the other one too. Okay, I just gotta keep driving well before it times me out. Well, rip the dream. I spoke way too soon. Way too soon. Okay, so that's... Okay, so I definitely got, like, a good frame of reference now on how different this one is. Better game over screen, though. Okay. I'm going back to Daytona USA CE, then. For one more race. Holy crap. That was way more jarring than I thought it would be. Like, impressively more jarring. Now I kind of appreciate this version a lot more. Like, a lot more. Alright. I had to do that just for the research purposes. But now I can do one more race this video and kind of, like, understand the differences a little bit better. But you know what I want to do? Because, like, there's, like, a full, like, sound setting here I can take advantage of that I kind of want to do. Oh, actually, there's one other thing I want to check out in the other Daytona USA, so I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to go back to the other one in a minute. I'll go back to 3.7 Speedway, but I want the Daytona USA melody for it. Or medley. Also, it's like even like network link battle because Saturn does has a network adapter, and you can play games online. And like even to this day, you can still do it as long as it's connecting to a valid landline. Like I find that to be super cool. Let's see, Horner. We'll do the basic car. There's actually a few games you can still play online. I think it's what is it? Oh my god, one of the Virtua games. I don't think it's Virtua Cop. It's, I forget which one. Virtua On, I think. You could do Duke Nukem 3D. You could do Daytona Netlink. You could do Duke Nukem... Did I say Duke Nukem 3D? I forget. There's, like, a few, like, Sega Saturn games, like, you can still play online 1v1. But whatever. I forgot that was in this one. But yeah, it's like actually impressive, like actually how much better this game is. I do think the controls are super stiff though. I can adjust to it, no problem, but like they're stiff. But like even just comparing now, look how much more of the screen's being used, especially like vertically, because you're gonna be able to tell like through the YouTube video how much less drastic the pop-in is. The frame rate's about the same though, it feels like. That doesn't feel really any different. This just seems to be like a lot more polished visually. It really is impressive. Like, it is like almost like a completely different game to me. Okay. The only other thing I wanted to check out was I want to go back to the other Daytona USA and check out what Saturn mode was, because arcade mode might only be like the 2 cars, 3 tracks. I'm wondering if Saturn mode has more in it. So I want to check that out before I say this game just has genuinely like way more content. I gotta like actually fact check myself. There's no better way to fact check myself than by actually putting the game back in and checking myself. But I do know that, at least I do know, like, visually this game's a lot more impressive. Oof. Okay. Still got 2 more laps, though. Just bounce off the wall a little bit. Perfect. Till an 8th, though, grass is so dangerous in this game, too. I gotta be very careful about that. Yeah, I guess, like, Daytona, like, as, like, a basic kind of, like, arcade checkpoint racer. It's not bad. Like, this actually holds up really well, I think. Like, obviously, like, I'm playing, I'm like, yeah, no, this game definitely is aged. Like, there's no hiding that, like, this game is aged a lot. But even so, like, it plays well. I think it actually has, like, a nice look to it, like, a very nice charm to it. I love the audio to it. Like, I'm able to get into this. I think it's pretty good. No complaints.
You place 8.
Cool, man. Now, before I call it a video,
Now list your name with the
I'm going to go back to the other Daytona USA. I want to check out what Saturn mode is really quick and see if it controls any differently or has, like, much differences outside of, like, maybe general bounce. So let's do that. And then I'm going to call it. Okay. What is Saturn mode?
Please select a race course.
Okay. So same amount of courses, still 3.
Please choose manual or automatic transmission.
Okay. Oh, max speed on both of these are the same. Worse acceleration, worse grip on the auto, compared to manual, which has perfect, but the max speed's completely the same. Which in arcade it was 196 for auto and 204 for manual for the speeds. Okay. Now let's see if the controls are any different.
3, 2, 1, go!
No. Not really. Oh, there's no timer. There's no timer to this. So it's just do the laps. No checkpoint needed. Okay. So those are the only differences. So same tracks, cars, the stats are just slightly different. Same max speed between the 2 cars. It's just like how the handling is. And you take out the time. Okay. I kind of don't mind having the checkpoint time, though. Because, like, with a game like this, if you're not, like, keeping pace with the checkpoints, you're not keeping pace with the race, meaning you're going to lose regardless. Well, I guess this is a way to like maybe keep certain players happy that aren't really good at games, so they can at least finish their races. I'm going to assume that's why they have this here. This actually might also be a bit easier control-wise. I can't tell if I'm just getting better, even though I'm still crashing a lot. But it feels like I'm catching up a lot easier, and maintaining, like, control on the track a lot easier here. Like, I'm not, like, really losing control as much. Like, even there, like, in the other versions, like, if I did that, I would do, like, I don't know, like, a quadruple barrel roll. And pretty much just blow up. So I feel like I have a lot more control right now. Okay. Yeah, like, you don't go flying as much. Okay. So there are, like, a lot of differences in Saturn mode. I think I prefer arcade mode by quite like a big margin here. I'm also very far behind first place, so getting first place is like a bit of like an accomplishment. Because I'm like half a lap behind. Even getting up to 7th right now is like a stretch. Like, where is 7th? I even know where it was. Okay. Originally, this was just gonna be me playing Daytona CE and just like checking out all the tracks and stuff. But I kind of feel like this took a much more interesting route, just kind of like comparing the two games really quick. Okay. Just going back and forth between them was interesting. Oh my god. It's so touchy. Beautiful. Alright. Yeah, that's gonna be my look at the two Daytonas then. This was originally only gonna be like a one look. Or just Daytona CE, just kinda like look at what's supposed to be the superior version. But I thought it was kinda cool looking at that and like me just kinda like having the brain fart of like, wait, what was different about the other one? Like, were the controls that much different? And then seeing like how like vast the content difference is and whatnot. I don't know. These games are really cool. I kind of like both of these. I kind of want to keep playing two of these. Maybe I'll like stream some of these at some point. And just kind of like get really into them. Because this one that I have up here right now, I think the controls for this kind of click with me a little bit better. I feel like I'm able to stay on the track a little bit easier compared to CE. But CE having like the wide range of like different vehicles and all the different tracks and stuff. And I think even the sound was better in it. Like, while this one has, like, the more cheesy, kind of, like, arcadey sort of, like, vibe to it, like, with the music and just, like, the game over screen, the initial entering, like, even though that's, like, a lot more, you know, so much more, like, 90s and so much more, like, appropriate for a game like this, I kind of like how much more refined CE is and just how much better it looked, and the only thing I didn't like more were the controls, but, like, the controls were definitely doable. I don't know, like, both these versions have, like, reason to exist, and, like, they're both really cool. I don't know. I enjoyed these. It was fun. It's fun kind of like comparing stuff like that. Even though I barely got to compare a lot, it was still fun doing that. So, thank y'all for watching this. I know this commentary in this video was all over the place, but, you know what? I got experimental. Sometimes, you know, the best ideas are the ones you just kind of come up with on the spot. So, thank y'all for watching, and toodles, y'all.